you earn nothing. But it's never too late. Life is a line of many moments. Now, during my 13 years of age to the age of 18, those 5 years that you new millennials are trying to get past because you've been fed all this BS from the Clintons, from the Bushes, to the Obamas, and more of the Clintons. You will be thanking Trump for saving the socialistic overthrow. Now, for me, and I'm not the normal person, I have a knack for human nature, and I always followed by what people did and not what they said, because I believed no one. And I'll give you a reason why. Tell me how you would think if your father and your stepmother said that your mother was a murderer. Now remember, you're getting this fed to you before the age of 13. What would you believe? You'd probably say that's a flat-out fucking lie. Why would you think that your mother is that? It probably would never dawn on you. Now, do I call my mother a murderer, knowing that she is responsible for the death of both of my blood brothers? No. Would I say she's responsible for it? Oh, hells yeah. But at least I give you the sounding board of why I say what I say. And I walk the walk that I say. And then I don't believe what others say until I see them walk the walk, or I watch them walk the walk and then I see what they say. Does that make sense to you, millennials? Because you need to understand that that is what will get you through 95% of your life. So I decided to watch what my step-parent, my step-siblings, and my father did in front of my eyes. And then I watched and listened to what they said. And George Costanza was right. If everything in front of me is wrong, then the opposite must be correct. So think about that concept. Just maybe you'll get out of this funk, this stupidity funk that you're in because you got fed a bunch of lies. But I took those 5 years and made it my sounding board. Now, if you've got a piece of paper, draw out a 10-inch line on a piece of paper. Mark a little check on the very first of it and a little line on the end of it, and that's your life. We'll call it 100 years, if you make it to 100 years. Each inch would represent 10 years of your life. Again, assuming you make it to 100. If you marked the microcosm events in your life, you will see there is plenty of living to do. Your 13 years to 18 years of age is only 5 of those many. Don't let the 5 years of people who bullshitted you decide the next 70, 80, 90 years of your life. Think about that for a second. So everyone, most importantly, you millennials, we all need to make the conscious effort to learn from any 5 years of your life to be the stepping stone of success for the rest of your life. If those 5 fed to you was nothing but propaganda and bullshit, it's up to you to take that step back and use it as your stepping stone. Most people who are successful learn from mistakes. Your mistake was you didn't do the research to see if what they were telling you had any validity to it. Don't go through the rest of your life with a blindfold on. You want to put your blinders on when it comes to your focus to go get where you want to get to, but don't put a blindfold on. You're listening to the Jay Stone Show. I'm Katsunyama, and we're listening to side 1 of Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, on vinyl. Helter Skelter. That, my friends, was a remake of a Beatles song, and I will say, probably the best cover of a Beatles song ever, because they made it their own. Let's go ahead and listen to side 2. This was one of our favorite albums when we were growing up in high school. Still one of my all-time favorites. And I believe you should own it on vinyl. Especially you millennials who are watching the Kardashians. Ooh. And that Kanye cannot fucking asshole douchebag. I'd love to see Kanye trying to fucking reach out to me and see if he had a fucking valid point. I don't give a fuck how much money he's worth. He's a piece of garbage. No talent. These guys had talent. Alright. So millennials, can you get red hot? You can't get red hot by cutting college classes. You should be calling out that professor who let everyone skip their exam so you can ponder your hurt feelings because you didn't like who got voted in by the Democrats.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. Something locked up on the software here. So I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. I'm trying to get everything back to running, but it doesn't look like the segment here wants to continue for me. So this side of the deck is frozen. And it just won't play. So I'm going to have to go into the next segment. I do apologize, Katsunyama. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here, but I cannot restart the segment, or I can't get the player to stop. So I'm going to have to try to move on to the next segment here. Let's see if we can get it to play. I promise I'll upload this as a second segment, man. I don't know what's going on here, but let's see if we can get the next segment to play. I'm Jay Stone, and I do apologize about technical difficulties, but this has been happening lately, and I don't know what the hell is going on in the world of technology. So we're going to try to play the next segment here. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to end the show and probably rebroadcast these segments tomorrow night. But let's see what happens here.
And welcome back to the last segment of the year from Prickly Rickley. Yeah, it's my last segment for 2016. With the holidays and everything coming up, my work schedule, everything is going to change. So if I don't tell you on Facebook or whichever, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. I will be returning in January when the Jay Stone Show premieres again. So, not to steal any thunder from my buddy Johnny O, who does his top 10, this week I'm going to do my top 12 favorite albums of the year that came out. And there was so much good music that came out this year. At first it started out as top 8, then it went to top 10, and now it's at top 12. Because there was so much good music that came out, and I will be telling you my favorite tunes, and I will let you know that this is all over the board. It goes from metal to rock to hip-hop to country. Like I said, hell, even some punk pop, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But anyway, I'm going to start it off right now with 3 tunes. And my top, number 12 is from one of the releases that was just released. I was sorely disappointed in this release, being that I've been waiting since 2009, 2010 for this band to release a new album, and I was sorely disappointed. I'm not the only one that was disappointed. I think Jay was disappointed in a lot of the album. And I'm talking about Blood Money Part 1 from the band Dope. But the song I'm going to play, I actually heard, a year or 2 ago. And I had purchased it from the Dope's website. And it's probably one of my favorite songs off the album, because to me, it seems more like the Dope style. But anyway, here you go. Here's Dope, my number 12 favorite release of 2016, Selfish.